What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here. Seeing as everyone is in quarantine, we've come up with some things to talk about, and we've decided to do a Premier League seven-a-side game where you work within a budget to try and find the best team you can make within the budget that we set. You have to pick one goalkeeper, two defenders, two midfielders, and two strikers. We give you 70 million to spend. Me and my brother have both come up with a seven-a-side team, and we're going to go through who has the better team. But I want everyone in the comments and everyone to come up with their own team, and we're going to, in the comments, and you can compare each other's teams, and we can all talk about it. But let's talk about first of all the players that we're going to have and the pricing. So first of all, we've got in goal,
Hugo Lloris, 20 million. Robinson, 10 million, and Aurelio Gomez, 5 million. And just to make clear, you have 70 million budget to spend on all these players. Moving on to the defence.
Yeah, defenders, we have, how many defenders we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders to choose from. Ledley Kings at 20 million. Toby Alderweireld at 20 million. Jan Vertonghen at 20 million. Kyle Walker at 20 million. Danny Rose at 10 million. Stephen Carr at 5 million and Gary Mabbott at 5 million.
Gary Mabbott's a steal at 5 million, surely.
I think so.
Yeah,
captain for his longevity.
100%. Mr. Tottenham, Gary Mabbott. And then let's move on to the midfield. And now this is where it gets really tasty. You've got Luka Modric for 20 million, Gareth Bale for 20 million, Moussa Dembele for 10 million, David Ginola for 10 million, Son for 10 million as well, and Van der Vaart for 10 million, with Darren Anderton for 5 million.
And Christian Eriksen.
Christian Eriksen for 10 million as well, which I think there are some steals there for 10 million.
You can get some bargains in there if you play your cards right.
And then moving up front.
Up front, we've got Harry Kane, who's worth 20 million, Jurgen Klinsmann, who's worth 10 million, Teddy Sheringham, who's worth 10 million, Robbie Keane, who's worth 10 million, Jermaine Defoe, worth 5 million, and another bargain, Dimitar Berbatov, who's worth 5 million. So me and my brother have both come up with our 11s, and we'll just run through them now. You can be the judge who has the better team and who would be who. We're going to talk through as well, but here's our seven-a-side teams we've come up with given these prices. So my team, I got Aurelio Gomez in goal for 5 million. In defence, in the back two, Kyle Walker and Danny Rose with their pace patrolling the back line and willingness to get forward. In midfield, I got Moussa Dembele for 10 million and Heung-min Son for 10 million. And up front, who else but Robbie Keane and Dimitar Berbatov, reuniting the famous partnership to complete the set. And that is £70 million in total on the dot.
All right, so you've done quite well there for 70 million. Mm-hmm. But let's have a look at my team and see how it compares. In goal, I've gone for Paul Robinson for 10 million. In the defence, I've gone for the stalwarts of Ledley King and Gary Mabbott for 20 million and 5 million. You know, what leadership and loyalty we have there.
Proper. They ain't leaving anytime soon.
In the middle park, in the midfield, we're going for Eriksen and Moussa Dembele for 10 million each. And then up front, I shared with you Dimitar Berbatov for 5 million, and I went for Jermaine Defoe for 5 million, which takes it to 65 million, which leaves me with 5 million spare, which Daniel Levy...
You're going to save it for a rainy day? Or?
Which Daniel Levy would absolutely love. I know he's taking on me as manager, not you, man, that's for sure. But with that 5 million left over, I'm going to leave with Stevie Carr on the bench.
Stephen Carr on the bench. Are you a bench player? Mm-hmm. God, you're Levy's favourite manager at the moment. All right, so we'll go through the teams. Why I think my team will beat my brother's team. We've got obviously Aurelio Gomez in goal. Obviously, I'm looking for that Gomez, the one that makes the least mistakes, hopefully. The one who's more stopping, tipping Sol Campbell headers onto the crossbar and tipping over Van Persie free kicks, more than the one who's... letting Nani score an open goal from rolling the ball out. He was great in his time. He got a mistake in him, but I think with his shot-saving abilities, he was able to keep him out from Jermaine Defoe, who's very shot-happy, isn't he?
Yeah, but the reason I would put Robinson ahead of Gomez, Robinson, cup-winning goalkeeper for Tottenham Hotspur. The last time we won a cup, he was in goal against Chelsea. I think that, yes, towards the end of his Spurs career, he was kind of very much error-prone. But before that, I thought he was one of our best keepers in recent eras.
But I think with my team, I've got a bit of pace there with Heung-min Son. Moussa Dembele, obviously, both got Dembele, so he kind of cancel each other out. You've got a bit more creativity with Christian Eriksen. But
exactly. I'm going to be able to pick your lock.
But I've got the pace with Son, who's going to have a lot of trickery, and with Walker and Rose as well being able to support in the attack, they're going to be able to go up and down all day long. And in the 7-a-side team, that'll probably mean a lot. I mean, I know you got King and Mabba in your team.
Your team can't defend, mate.
It can do. It's got pace. It's got pace. That's what it has, and it's going to be able to run. It's going to outrun your team all day long. King and Mabba, they're going to be limping off. Are you mad?
Mate, King has pace.
Your team ain't going to last 90 minutes.
Don't get me wrong. Ledley King has pace. Gary Mabbutt is going to be that guy at centre back who just sits there and mopping everything up while Ledley King's going to do the running for him.
But your team's on the last 90 minutes. King's going to limp off. Mabbutt, you've got 2 injury-prone centre backs.
Have you ever played Power League at 7-a-side Power League? It only lasts an hour.
It ain't last an hour, mate. You'll be lucky if you get half an hour out of those 2. Like 2 dodgy knees. Like I've never seen a more injury-prone centre-back partnership with Ledley King and Gary Mabbutt. They're going to get outrun completely.
Don't double guess that Ledley King and Mabbutt partnership. They will last. They will come out of retirement for that one last game, and they're going to last those 90 minutes or an hour.
They're going to be overrun. Son's going to be able to outpace them. Walker and Rose on the flanks, and then obviously I've got my secret weapon of Keane and Berbatov up front. You have Defoe and Berbatov. It just doesn't match up, let's be honest. Keane and Berbatov is the partnership to have. They're going to be able to run rings around your back too.
But I've got a subs to bring on when there's tiring legs. You don't.
I don't have a sub, but I've got Walker and Rose who can run all day long. They don't need to be substituted.
Yeah, they might not. Well, I don't know about Rose. Rose ain't the player he used to be, that's for sure.
Rose? Well, I'm talking about the good Rose here.
So why can't I talk about the good and fit firing King and Mabbutt?
They've always been injury prone.
No, that's rubbish.
They've always been injury prone, and
Ledley King got injured later on in his Spurs career. Yes, I grant that. So did Gary Mabbutt. So both of them.
A couple of crocs, mate. No cartilage at all in their back line. Absolutely no cartilage.
Cartilage-free captain. That's what it's all about.
But Keane and Berbatov, that partnership. You're not going to have to deal with it. They're going to be dipping, they're going to be diving, playing 1-2s, being able to, they're going to have that telepathic link-up play, which King and Mabbutt won't be able to deal with. And with Son as well, that pace of Sonny running in behind and causing
you might have the pace of Sonny, but I've got the trickery, the vision, the brains of Christian Eriksen with Defoe running in behind, as well as Berbatov to link it up in between there. So I think I'll be all right.
What does Eriksen require? He requires time and space on the ball. And you think Walker, Rose and Dembele are going to give him any time or space?
First of all,
with all their pace and physicality?
First of all, Walker and Rose can't defend for shit.
They don't need to defend. They got their pace.
Dembele is the only defensive-minded person that you have there. So, I think I'll take my chances, to be honest.
Mate, I've got pace. I've got physicality. I'm going to bully you. And then Keane and Berbatov are just going to mop up front.
Who's going to bully me there? There's no bully. There's not one bully.
Walker, Rose and Dembele, much more physical than yours.
Nah, King and Mabbutt are the most physical I need. That's all I need. With Eriksen to pick the lock with the skill. Anyway, let's take it to the viewers. Let's see what they think. Run through your team one more time, and then I'll run through my team one more time, and then we'll see who wins.
My team, Gomez in goal, Walker, Rose in defence, Dembele, Heung-min Son in midfield, and Robbie Keane and Dimitar Berbatov up front.
And then my team, I'm going for Robinson in goal, cup-winning goalkeeper. I'm going for King in defence, cup-winning defender. Going for Mabbutt in defence, another cup-winning defender, with Eriksen and Dembele in the middle, and Defoe and cup-winning Berber up top. How many cup winners do you have in your team?
Berbatov and Keane.
Yeah, so you got 2, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll take it.
Yeah, you got more trophies than
I've got more trophies.
Keane and Berbatov, mate. That's the partnership. You're missing out.
I'll give you that, Keane and Berbatov. But don't underestimate the fact of tiring legs and a sub to bring on. Like you did say, my defenders might not last the whole game.
You're going to need subs. Believe you me, you're going to need subs.
But I've got Stevie Carr to bring on.
You're going to need subs.
And I've got Stevie Carr to bring on, and I've got one.
All right, let us know in the comments below whose team do you think is going to win, whose team do you think is better, and also let us know your teams based on the pricing and based on the players that we have given you. We'll put them on screen again for you as well. Let us know in the comments below what your 7-a-side teams will be. Like and subscribe if you like our content. Let us know as well what kind of content you'd like to see. Obviously, we're always coming with new ideas. So during quarantine time, we're going to have a lot of time to ourselves, so we're going to look for stuff to make. Like and subscribe if you like our content, and as always, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, Spurs. 3-0 Spurs, me.
Mine.